Okay, next thing that we're going to talk about is the basic throwing motion. Now, there's one thing I want to go over immediately, just so coaches and parents understand this. We're talking about little leaguers, okay? Grabbing a baseball and getting a grip on a baseball is a lot different for them than it is for an adult, okay? So one thing that you should always do as an adult or as a coach is to get a softball out and to understand how big that ball feels to the little leaguers. And one of the things you're going to notice immediately is you're probably going to grab that ball with 3 fingers on top and your thumb underneath, okay? Very few softball players I know throw a ball with 2 fingers, okay, and their thumb, okay? Almost all of them throw with at least 3 fingers. Some guys even throw with all their hand, okay? So it's important to understand that when you're playing Little League with little guys, okay, this ball is very big. So when we start talking about the proper grip, okay, and we get a baseball in our hands, okay, for adults, 2 fingers feels very comfortable, but remember, little leaguers might feel better with 3 fingers on top and their thumb directly underneath. There's nothing wrong with that. It wasn't until I turned 12 years old that I felt comfortable with 2 fingers. Okay, now I'm just going to go over a very basic throwing motion for little leaguers. Okay, it's something that they can understand and coaches can watch for. Okay, now some of the things I'm going to talk about, first of all, we talked about the proper grip. That's going to come in handy when I start talking about some of the motions here. Okay, but we're going to talk about 3 things. Okay, 3 things. The 3 things are this. Okay, the front of the shirt, the ball, and back to the front of the shirt. Okay, I'm going to explain each one of those. Here we go. Let's start with number 1, the front of the shirt. When you're throwing a ball to your target, you want to hide the front of your shirt. Now I have these black sleeves and I have a red front. You'll get a lot of kids that have something written on the front of their shirt. That helps also. But what you want to do is when you're throwing a ball, you want to hide the front of your shirt. You do not want to be able to see the front of a kid's shirt, of a player's shirt. You want to be able to see the sides. Okay? So if there's something written there, if somebody has something written or the team name, they want to hide that when they throw. So it looks like this. Okay? If you see somebody throwing a ball and they never hide the front of their shirt, okay, that's a fault right there. You want to correct that. You want to take that player, make sure that he turns his whole body sideways, gets into this position. Okay? You really should not be showing the back of your shirt either. You don't want to be showing the back. You want to be showing the sleeves or the sides. So you take that motion right here. So when you step forward, get to that position right there, hiding the front of your shirt. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about, number 2, the ball. We want to hide the ball from our target. So when I take a step forward, okay, we're not talking about the shirt, we're talking about the ball. I want to hide the ball from my target. Okay? I want to be able to get to this position. When you look at it from the side, okay, it looks like this. Okay? If I turn towards my target, okay, I'm hiding the ball from my target. Okay? The faults that you'll see with this one are this. Okay? Kids take the ball out of their glove and they put it up here immediately. Okay, you can see the ball right there. Okay, they're learning to throw a ball from this spot. You want to take that ball down and away from you. Okay, the glove and the ball break right around the belt buckle from the center of the body. Okay, right here, they break and they go opposite directions. You'll see some kids, they break with their glove out to the side here. You want to have that everything in the center of your body breaking. Okay, and it breaks away. Glove goes towards the target. Ball goes away from the target. Okay. So watch out for kids doing this, okay? Watch out for kids taking the ball out really high, really quick, okay? And also, watch for kids doing this. They might take the ball and hide it for an instant, but then they take it way up here, okay? You want to get to this position, okay? You don't want to rotate it way up here. Hand on top, that's where I was talking about this grip. 2 fingers or 3, the fingers are on top of the ball back here. So I take this ball back, fingers are on top. That's a proper grip right there. That's the proper throwing motion. Take it away, break at the belt buckle, opposite directions, hand on top. Okay? Last thing we're going to talk about, we're back to the front of the shirt on a follow through. Okay? After you throw a ball. Okay? You get to this point. Okay? After you throw a ball, you want to hide the front of your shirt again. You want to get this sleeve and this arm rotated all the way to the opposite side of your body. Okay, so when you throw a ball, I'm actually going to throw this one right here. I get to my throwing motion, throw it, and boom. Okay, I get my whole arm and sleeve all the way across. Okay, a really good sign this is tough for youngsters, but a really good sign is to follow through. Okay, and really good, especially pitchers, you'll actually see their back. Okay, just slightly. Right over their head, you'll see the top of their back where they follow through very well. Now, one of the keys here to making this throw is this back leg. Okay, that follow through. When you throw a ball, okay, you're going to come through. This back leg has to release and end up at least even with this foot. Okay, if I throw a ball and I leave that foot back there, you can still see the front of my shirt, and I've turned about as far as I can go. If I let that foot come over, now I have a lot more rotation. So let's just go through the motion just quickly one more time. Okay, hide the front of our shirt, number one. That position. Number two, I'm hiding the ball from my target. Okay, I come through to my release. After my release, okay, I want to keep following through, let my leg release from behind, end up at least even here, and I want to hide the front of my shirt again. Okay, so when you're working with your players, okay, try to teach them these three basic fundamentals of throwing. If you teach them about 20 different things, they're going to forget those, but these are very simple for the youngest players. Hide the front of your shirt, hide the ball, hide the front of your shirt. Okay, it gives you, as a coach, and catching the ball from the player, three specific things to look for. Okay, easy fault and corrections because they can see them themselves. Okay, and it leads to much better throwing. Again, you try to get this a little more energetic as you go. The further that you throw a ball, the more these things tend to expand, and the more energetic and more explosive they get. Okay, so please work on those three things, the fundamentals of throwing, and you'll have some success. Thanks.